Well, it says we're live. I guess we are. I don't know. Just have to kind of see. New managing support channel, blah blah blah. Okay, yeah. Okay. Well, nobody's there yet, but that's okay. I didn't plan for this, so I just thought I'd, just turn it on. Well, hey, it's Rick here, and we're back out in the garage today. It's been a couple of days, but I kind of wanted to finish walking around this and figuring out everything we need to do. But I will show you something that I fixed off camera. Actually, I thought I was recording it, but I wasn't. So anyway, so let me show you that. Hey, good morning, RC from Lars. Well, good morning, sir. You're probably out being busy delivering stuff. Sorry I didn't get to meet up with you guys down in Louisville, but Justin, that friend of mine that lives next, kind of down the street, he went with me and we bought that. So I need something to be able to pull a trailer with a car on it. And poor old grandpappy over here, it just ain't quite got the oomph to, pull a big trailer and stuff around. So anyway, glad to see you this morning. So as you recall, we talked about the hose was leaking up here, and I wasn't sure if it was leaking there or if it was leaking in the radiator, but it seems to not be leaking now. What I did was I cut about 1 inch off of this hose, because if you remember, it was like coming out here and they had it tied over out of the way, and the hose was just too long. And then I actually cut about 1 inch of it off back here too, because it was leaking here as well. And that seems to have dried up pretty good. There's still some residue here, but I think we haven't cleaned this engine up yet, so I don't know where all the leaks are really coming from yet. And while we're under here, you can see the spark plugs down there. It's pretty rusty. So I'd say they've been in there a while. So we probably ought to think about getting some of those. And we talked about these. I absolutely detest those. So I just got on the old Amazonian and got me some halogen light bulbs to put in there, or headlights, that is. And I also, you can see here, I bought a replacement mirror because old Blue Brown here has had that broken mirror for 3 years, and a piece of it is down inside there rattling. And when you're driving down the road, you really need to be able to kind of see what it is that you're looking at down the side of the truck. So I decided maybe I ought to get one of those. So what we need to do is get underneath this thing and take a peek. I think I figured out where the vibration's coming from that I kept hearing. And of course it got worse the closer we got home with the project the other day. So anyway, let's take a leak. No, let's take a look, not a leak. Let's take a look down under. All right, show you more. Well, I hope everything's going well down there in the Tennessee area for you there, Lars. I need to get down there and visit you guys. I've just been busy. No, it seems like every time I decide I'm going to take a little trip or something, why something comes up. But yeah, well. Yeah, I got to get some work done on this old Chevy here, and making a video right now trying to let people know about it. I've got the sheet metal. I've made some decisions here. I got the sheet metal coming to repair old Blue Brown over here, plus Scotty, which is what I'm calling this one back here. I don't know if you guys can see too much of that one. Let me see if I can turn that a little bit. Now that sun's making it blurry. But anyway, yeah, so I got some sheet metal coming for this one too. And by golly, we're just going to paint them both this summer. I think old Blue Brown over here is definitely deserves a paint job. Of course, if we paint it, and I've talked about it before, I got a good hood for it. So I'll probably paint the hood first, get that installed. And then we're just going to kind of paint it as we go. As we repair, we'll paint, kind of like we did with the rocker panels. And we already painted the inside of the doors. We just never did paint the outside. But anyway, yeah, I think we'll just, and of course we won't be able to call it Blue Brown anymore, but I think we can just call it Papaw, because it kind of looks like what Grandpa would have drove had he had a Chevy pickup. So he had a Chevy station wagon, but if he'd have had a pickup, it would have probably looked like that one. So Laura says it's all is good down this way. Be back in a few. Got to load the work van up. Yeah, I understand that. Let's see. So yeah, it's probably what time? It's 8:30 down there or something like that. Or no, let's see. What time is it? I don't even know. Oh, yep, it's 9 o'clock down there. Yeah. Well, hey, yeah, got to have that job, got to keep going. So I understand all that. So, all right. Let me move you back around here a little bit. So, I probably ought to take that out of the way, huh? Yeah. So, Yep. So. All right. Well, I'm just going to press on, and I'll keep watching the message board here. And all right, let's get down underneath this thing. Okay, let's get down underneath it. I think it's a good looking top. Okay, well, it's got some grippers on. So there may be a little bit of a lash problem going on here, like we're talking about. I'm not sure about that yet. But the real problem is this right here. That thing moves around, hooks and bangs. Here, look at that. That's the real issue right now. So that's why I've not been driving it. And you can see that the old mufflers are, they muffle them. Not all they're going to muffle anymore, I think. And that's the same way with this pipe. One of them pipes, it's what Chevrolet did was they made a double wall pipe on these trucks, and what happens a lot of times I see on these Chevys is up there by the heat riser, that stuff gets so hot and it'll collapse the zero and it'll cause it to choke off. So, but I'm going to have some new exhaust put on this, so I'm not really too worried about all this. I'm going to have probably some little louder mufflers put on it. I like the way it turns out at the back. Let's see right here. Now, something that's missing down in here, and we talked about, is this right here. There should be a gas tank right here where this camper is at. And you can see it's missing. So, that's one of the things I'm going to go down and see if a buddy of mine, Curtis, from Canary's Hot Rod Garage, has got an old Chevy pickup down there. You've seen it before in some of the videos, and we had pulled, a couple of years ago, we pulled doors and wood off of it. And it's got a gas tank on it. Now, I don't know if the gas tank's any good, but it'll have the bracketry, because you can see I don't have any of the bracketry that goes across your hole. And I'm assuming that one will work. If not, we can make it work. So I'm sure of that. Here's a little better idea where we're at with rust. So let's see. But, it pretty much exists where, old Blue Brown didn't exist. There was nothing. This wasn't even there on Blue Brown. This was all wrong. So, this is still solid. So if we repair this, we should be in good shape. As long as I need this truck. And just do that. All that stuff is LMC truck, yeah. Also, that cover on there is not even the right. This is for like a S10 pickup or something. You can see it's never been the right size, but it's been a good bumper. But so I need to get a full size bumper for this one. Get that put on. And I've got the stuff ordered. Paint scheme wise, I think what we're going to do. is we're probably going to, this tan color is what the body code, paint code calls for. But I think in keeping in consistency with Old Blue Brown over here and Smoke Show, I think what we're going to do, I ordered new trim. So once we rebuild all the bottom side of this, I think we're going to paint from here down the blue color like on the Chevy, because I got a bunch of it. And then we'll paint this top blue, and the rest of this will get painted white. So we'll kind of keep that same theme going on, because the truck is mostly painted white, and you know, we need to work on the tailgate a little bit and stuff like that. But I think that's what we're going to do with it. You can leave your comments down below. We've got a bunch of stuff to fix on it. The temperature gauge doesn't work. I kept watching that when I was driving home, and it seemed to work when I bought the truck. It was down low and it warmed up, but when it got up to about 200 degrees on there, it never moved anymore. And of course, I had that water leak up there. So I got that fixed. But anyway, there's just things that's got to be done. This door latch, you can't lock it. This thing is not quite right. I've got the piece for this. Let's see if we take all that repaired. The door inside repaired. These window vents, they need a little work. The gasketing is bad. That's good on this, which is not what is good on the Old Blue Brown over there. I thought it was pretty sealed. So yeah, there's just some work to do. I want to pull this seat out. I think I can repair it so it looks decent right here. But the springs are broke down in it, so I've got to fix that. The AMF and radio doesn't work or input. I'm not sure, but that needs to be fixed too. So we've got a few things we can do to it while we're waiting on getting this thing over the shop to get the carriage. I don't have a press. I'm just going to have the I will, of course, keep you updated on the progress we do with the truck, and hope you like it as well as I do. Yeah, so definitely heavy duty. Let's pull the trailer around, which is what I want to do. I appreciate all my friends that helped me out, and I tried something new, but I can't rely on that all the time. I've got to get a trailer, being for the car, so at least it's only 2 projects. And this thing will pull it, I guarantee. Anyway, hey, if you want to join the channel too, don't forget about the channel memberships. We've got several members. I do special things, special videos for members only. So be sure and reach down there and click on that. It's not very much, but it's a little. That helps out. So with that being said, I think we'll probably wrap up this video. Don't forget your merch. Truckers hats, t-shirts. I don't guess I got my t-shirt on today. I got Outfits Garage t-shirt on today. And these shirts, these jackets, or these aren't available on anything yet, but they may be coming if somebody has an interest. So with that being said, as always, we're making it just like brand used here, baby. All right, you guys are still in there. Oh. I understand. I'm in no hurry. I still got a ton of stuff to do around here before I can start working on that truck too. LOL. Okay, well, I'll see how soon I get around in the morning and get down there. But yeah, I'm going to try to get a few things off of that and see how that goes. lunch is always a good thing if I have time to do that. But I don't want to intrude. Yes. Okie dokie. Well, nobody still is in there except for Lars, so I appreciate you being in there, Lars. I probably, if I would have advertised this, maybe maybe a few more people might have come in. You know, you never know. All right. Well, hey, it's Rick here, and welcome back to another exciting episode of RC Industry. Today, we're going to be taking well, not today. Let me start that over. Today, we're going to get old Blue Brown ready for a little road trip. Seems like we've been doing a lot of that lately. We're going to a place we've already been before, but I'm going to take you guys along. But we're going to get some more parts for this and maybe some parts for the 86 Chevy over here. But mainly probably for this. And I think there's a gas tank I want to try to pull out of this truck because I need a gas tank for smoke show. That's a 75, so I'm thinking the 77 and the 75 tank ought to work. Actually, the tank looks like the one on the 86, so I don't know if all that's changed or not. But anyway, we're going to see if we can get some parts off of that truck. I need, I just need parts. So let's look this thing over and make sure it's going to be ready for the road. It's actually kind of nice. Old Blue Brown has graduated up to having a spot in the garage now. So I sold my convertible, so I don't have that anymore. Let's see. Just kind of want to check the oil here, see where we're at with that. Oh, she's a half quart low. That's about what it was the other day. And we'll take a gander at the water level here. Oh yeah. And I don't see any cracks on the fuel lines. Power steering, let's check that out. Full. So, everything belt seems tight, yeah. So I think we're good to go there. Just checking in on everybody. I'm going to turn you back this way a little bit. I think I'm going to be back in here doing some stuff. All right. One thing I thought we might do is I bought a new mirror for the blue brown here because that mirror's been broken. Oh gosh, well, ever since I bought the truck, and it is kind of hard, especially in traffic. It's kind of hard to see, what you're doing, and down the side of that truck. So I bought a mirror off an Amazonian. It's even got brackets. Looks like a little different setup than the one I've got on here. As you can see, that one's a little different design, of course. So let me see once what we can come up with. Maybe we can take the glass out of that one and put in this one. Not sure. Show you more. Do, 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 do. Thanks. Let's see if we can get this mirror off of here and take it over to the bench. I really like the design of this better, but I want to see if I can just switch out the glass on this. I can take it down and have the glass replaced. I've done that before. The one on the other side I did that with, but it's like $30 to have them do that. And I got this whole mirror off on Amazonian for like $14. So yeah. All right, let me get this taken off of here and I'll show you more.
Just checking in with you guys.
So I really don't know if we can get this on. Oh, I'm not sure how this is put in. I'll be able to get it out. I mean, one thing's for sure, we're not going to tear it up. It's already torn up. How that really comes out. I bet that'll cut you. There's any pieces that's been rattling down in there for 3 years. Oh. Yeah. Oh, well, there went that thing. And I'd say that that is a little shrunken up. What do you think? That looks to be about the same size, except for that little shrunk. This one come out of it. Everything good? I don't know. Pretty good. This is stainless. This is plastic. It looks the same, to be the same size. And that just kind of presses down in there and holds itself in. If we can get this out of here without tearing it up. That's what I'd like to try to do. But don't know. Get a screwdriver.
Well, I think I'm going to run in and get me something to drink. Looks like somebody else popped in there. We got one on there. Welcome aboard. We're just kind of working on old Blue Brown over here. We're going to take a road trip tomorrow. I'll probably film that so you guys can watch it. Do, do.
How's it going? Good. Good. Do you know if anyone's living on that corner house right there? Oh, it's Makin? What? Do you know what's going on with it or anything? So you're dealing with like it right here? Oh, right there.
Okay.
Well, I'll text you when I'm headed that way. Depends on what goes on around here in the morning, how soon I'll leave. But I'll text you anyway, because I don't want to hold you up if you guys are going at a certain time. See you tomorrow. Thanks a lot.
All right. What else we got to do here? Okay. I am going to go down to Kentucky in the morning and probably won't be back in time to drop my guitar off. So I thought I would drop it off Wednesday after practice. Okay, well, I got a couple of different apparatuses here. Let's see. I can use this little screwdriver maybe. I don't know if this is glued in here. On the metal ones, it's just pressed in. But I don't know how this one works. Here. Doesn't seem to be working. So I see the gap there. Perhaps if I was to pry that over. So I don't know if you can see any of this, but I ain't got no cameraman. Okay, I got that behind me. Let's see. Oops. Pull her out. I think that's plastic too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. So it shouldn't break that. Let me see if I can get another tool in here and pop that out. Show you more. Well, just checking in to see what you guys are going on. Dang it. Shoot.
She's a glass, not plastic. So that one broke. Well, that was a waste of $14.
Oh, how likely are you to recommend? Well, probably not likely. I don't even know what that is. Okay. I'm going to run out to the shed and see if I got any more mirrors for this truck. Sorry about that. That took a little longer than I thought.
That small there. Well, I went out to my shed and I've got all kinds of these, but ain't none of them got glass in them. So I guess I'll just have to do what I should have done to start with, is just take this off and take it down and have some glass. But you know, old smoke show needs some side mirrors too. So I'm just going to have all three of these new glass put in. And in the meantime, we'll just have to run her the way she is. I mean, there ain't nothing you can do about that. So, all right, show you more.
Well, we've been on here about an hour, and nobody ever really popped in except Lars, and I appreciate that. So we didn't talk about a whole lot, but yeah, I'm going to take a road trip in this tomorrow. You probably heard that, and we're going to keep working on the 86, and we're still working with Russell to get Smoke Show up here. So yeah, hey, it's another day in RC's garage. All right, as always, we're making it just like brand used here, baby.